Hi, folks. I'm Johnny Gilbert. We'll get to our game in a minute, but we just have a little business to take care of. Okay, so how many people are out there? And we'll get a couple of computer contestants to play against you. Player one, what's your name? From the Sony Pictures Studios, this is Jeopardy!
It's time for Jeopardy! Good luck in this first round. Would you like to see the first round categories? Here goes.
Disguises. Bodies of water. Ancient Egypt. Begins and ends with the letter T. Required reading. Astronomy.
Contestant 1, get us going.
Earth is located about 3/5 of the way from the center of this galaxy.
Anyone? Here is the correct response. All right, pick again.
It's the red planet.
Player 1. Why, yes. All right, pick again.
The greenhouse effect is responsible for 800 degrees Fahrenheit temperatures on this planet.
Player 3. Yes. It's your turn, Player 3.
This Jonathan Swift sailor makes 4 fantastic voyages.
Player 1. No, too bad. Here is the correct response. What will it be, Player 3?
The Gulf of Mexico and the Gulf of St. Lawrence are arms of this ocean.
Here is the correct response. Player 3, you choose.
A male feline.
Player 1. No, that's incorrect. Player 3. No, that's incorrect. Player 2. To be sure. Okay, Player 2.
The name of this device used to stop bleeding may come from a French word for turn.
Player 1. That's it. Player 1, your turn.
One who plays hooky from school might find himself pursued by this type of officer.
Player 1. Exactly.
All right, pick again.
It's the period between sunset and dark when the sun is just below the horizon.
Player 2? No. Anyone?
All right, pick again.
The Roman god Jupiter used this weather phenomenon as a weapon, by Jove.
Player 1? You are correct.
All right, pick again.
Even the Hubble Space Telescope can't see surface features on this smallest planet.
Player 2? That's right.
Player 2?
An essential feature of this embalming process was desiccation by means of dry natron.
Player 3? That's right.
It's your turn, player 3.
The Egyptians called their land Kemet, the black land from the mud left by this river's inundation.
Player 3?
Yes. All right, pick again.
This famous queen was replaced by her daughter as Akhenaten's principal wife.
Player 2?
Yes.
Your choice, Player 2.
Participants in the famous Boston Tea Party were disguised as these.
Player 3?
Why, yes. Okay, player 3.
Disguised as a clergyman, Thomas Blood stole the British crown from this site in 1671.
Player 1?
To be sure.
All right, Player 1.
He was a swan for Leda and a cuckoo for Hera.
Player 1? Right you are.
All right, pick again.
Dressed as a beggar, he discovered his wife Penelope had been faithful during his long trip.
Player 3? I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Anybody? Player 2? You are correct.
Player 2, it's your turn.
This South American river carries more water than any other in the world.
Player 1?
That's it, exactly.
Player 1, it's your turn.
In China, it's officially known as Changjiang, or Long River.
Player 1?
That's right. All right, pick again.
The Ebro is this country's only major river to flow into the Mediterranean Sea.
Player 2? That's right.
It's your turn, Player 2.
One book calls it the classic novel about a scientific experiment to create a man-made human.
Player 2? That's right.
All right, pick again.
The beautiful Rebecca is carried off by Sir Brian de Bois Gilbert in this Sir Walter Scott classic.
Player 2?
Why, yes. You're not far back now. All right, pick again.
Absolutely, absolutely. His Absalom Absalom should be on the list.
Player 3?
That's right.
All right, Player 3.
Hieroglyphics were Greek to scholars until his 1799 discovery supplied Greek equivalents.
Player 3.
You are correct. All right, pick again.
The Pyramid of Menkaure was the last of the major three built at this site, southwest of modern Cairo.
Player 2? Yes!
Player 2, your turn.
Richard Wright's tale of Bigger Thomas, a black youth raised in a Chicago slum.
Player 2?
That's it. All right, pick again.
The Swedish islands of Gotland and Åland lie in this sea.
Player 1? That's it.
Player 1, what'll it be? Answer? Nearly double. Player 1, please make your wager.
In 1987, astronomers got their best look at one of these exploding stars in almost 400 years.
Player 1?
Yes, indeed.
And to finish the board,
Legend says in 878, this great English king dressed up like a minstrel to spy on the Viking camp.
Player 3. That's it. Well, that brings us to the end of the first round.
Let's look at the total scores so far.
Now it's time for the double Jeopardy round. Now here are the categories for the double Jeopardy round.
Seas, weights and measures, world religions, famous scientists, drama, movie characters.
Okay, Player 3, you start us off.
Sun, koku, and shaku had been used as units of measurement in this country.
Player 2?
To be sure. Player 2, your turn.
For most liquids, it's equal to 31.5 gallons.
Player 1. That's it.
Player 1, it's your turn.
The abbreviation for this unit is from the Latin word libra, meaning scale.
Player 1.
That's right. All right, pick again.
Named for a French physicist, it's a measurement of an electric current's rate of flow.
Player 1.
Why, yes. All right, pick again.
Number of pecks in a bushel and a peck.
Player 1. That's right.
All right, pick again.
Gene Kelly played D'Artagnan in this 1948 MGM Swashbuckler.
Player 3.
That's right.
All right, Player 3.
This singer played singer Breathless Mahoney in Dick Tracy.
Player 1.
You are correct. You're in first place all by yourself. It's your turn, Player 1.
A Wookiee named Chewbacca is the sidekick of this Star Wars character.
Player 1.
That's it. All right, pick again.
He not only starred in City Slickers, he was executive producer.
Player 1.
That's it exactly. All right, pick again.
Tomorrow is another day, which she says in Gone with the Wind goes back at least to the 16th century.
Player 2.
To be sure.
Okay, Player 2.
This faith of about 80% of India's population has no single founder or creed.
Player 1.
That's it exactly.
It's your turn, Player 1.
Both Sunnis and Shiites hold Fatima, his daughter by Khadijah, in great reverence.
Player 2.
That's correct.
Okay, Player 2.
Two island nations lie within this sea, Cyprus and Malta.
Player 2.
Why, yes. All right, pick again.
This sea was named for a warlike tribe of Indians that inhabited the Lesser Antilles.
Here is the correct response. All right, pick again.
Her book, Radioactive, was published posthumously in 1935.
Player 3. Right you are.
All right, Player 3.
In 1921, he testified about his peanut products before the House Ways and Means Committee.
Player 3. Exactly.
All right, pick again.
In 1926, this botanist was buried under a cedar tree in the yard of his Santa Rosa, California home.
Anybody? Player 2.
Good guess, but no.
Anyone?
All right, pick again.
In 1971, author Joseph Heller dramatized this 10-year-old book.
Player 2.
Yes.
What'll it be, Player 2?
In this play, Vita Simmons tries to get her brother Elwood P. Dowd committed to a sanitarium.
Player 3. Right you are.
Player 3, your turn.
This physicist used a voice synthesizer to recite his vows at his 1995 wedding to Elaine Mason.
Player 1. That's wrong. Anybody? Player 3.
That's it exactly. All right, pick again. The answer is a video daily double. Player 3, you have your wager, please.
Uraniborg and Stjerneborg were this Danish astronomer's observatories on the island of Ven.
Take a look at your monitor.
Player 3. Regrettably, no.
Here is the correct response. All right, pick again.
Mercedes Ruehl played the lusty Serafina Della Rosa in the 1995 revival of his play, The Rose Tattoo.
Player 2.
To be sure.
Player 2.
This playwright's A Moon for the Misbegotten was based on his alcoholic brother, James.
Player 2.
You are correct. All right, pick again.
This William Enge play takes place in a Kansas restaurant during a blizzard.
Player 2.
Correct. All right, pick again.
This is the common term for the Roman Catholic sacrament of penance or reconciliation.
Player 1.
Exactly.
All right, Player 1.
Qing-Tu, or Pure Land, is one of the most influential forms of the Mahayana branch of this faith.
Player 1.
To be sure. All right, pick again. Answer, daily double. Player 1, please make your wager.
These nomadic people, the Ram, are monotheistic and worship a god named Del.
Player one.
Correct. All right, pick again.
The Scheldt River flows through Antwerp before emptying into this sea.
Player three. Exactly.
Player three.
Although discovered by Semyon Desnev in 1648, this arm of the North Pacific was named for another man.
Player two.
Why, yes.
And to finish the board,
The world's largest inland body of water, its surface lies about 90 feet below sea level.
Player three.
To be sure.
That's the end of Double Jeopardy.
Let's take a look at the scores.
This is a no-brainer, unless somebody does something foolish. Take a look at the category for Final Jeopardy.
actors and actresses.
Player three, could we have your wager, please? Player two, your wager, please. Player one, please make your wager. Here's the Final Jeopardy answer.
Let's see how everyone did.
Thanks, Johnny. Your question, player three. Oh, sorry, that's incorrect. Let's see how much it cost you. Oh, I guess it's just not your day. Player two, let's take a look at your question. Oh, sorry, that's incorrect. How much did it cost you? Player one, let's take a look at your question. Very good. Now, what was your wager? That puts you in the lead.
Congratulations, player one. You're the Jeopardy champion.
Thanks for playing Jeopardy. Hope you had a good time. So long, everybody.
Here are the high scores for all the game modes.